Starting lineup tonight, the officials: Hugh Hollins, Nolan Fine, and Rodney Mott. Trent and Davis in the jump ball, and the Raptors control the tip, and this is Williams, number 20. Finley opens on him.
Eric Strickland opens on Vince Carter. There's the matchup right there. Carter with the ball, Strickland on him.
Carter has size on him. Carter 6'6", 6'7". Strickland at 6'3". 6 to shoot. Oakley gets it away. Charles Oakley connecting. Oakley hasn't been shooting it that well this season, about 41%, but he hits that one.
Oakley is a catch and shoot jump shooter, and if he can get his feet set, and that's most important, he shoots it well, and his feet were set.
Out of bounds to Toronto.
JD, you and I were talking about the fact that Strickland has been out. He's missed 14 games, and he may mess up Toronto a little bit, but it might mess up your offense a little bit timing-wise, too, because he hasn't been there.
Quite often when a player has been out that length of time, and a player like Strickland, who plays with such high energy. Davis a steal as he knocks it away from Oakley, but Williams wins the race to the ball, and Alvin Williams brings it back for Toronto.
And Williams was behind Davis when that race started.
Christie connecting for 3. Doug Christie has the Raptors up 5-0. A minute into the game. Here goes Strickland. Dirk Nowitzki over Oakley, and the Mavs are on the scoreboard.
He's going to become an awfully good shooter. He's a pretty good one right now.
I mean, he was 10 out of 16 the other night.
5 out of 7 on 3.
And he was shooting it so well that you wished he would have put it up 32 times. 12 to shoot, overthrown. Davis, shot blocked. Trent recovering as Finley tried to front on Davis in the post with 9 to shoot. Toronto to come in.
Excellent help side defense. That's nice team defense right there by the Mavericks.
Vince Carter to make the inbounds pass. 10:33 for the first, and a 3-point Toronto lead. Carter brings it into Christie, off his hand, out of bounds. The Mavericks have it.
Good defense again. Mavericks doing a nice job not allowing them just to throw the ball in bounds and do what they want to do.
Butch Carter, with a contract extension, will coach the Raptors through the 2003 season. Davis leaves it with Trent. Shot clock at 10. Strick off the turnaround, left it short.
That's part of that rustiness that we were talking about. Sometimes when you're in that position, the best thing you can do is play defense and rebound.
Oakley missing. Strickland the rebound, ahead to Davis.
Finley, I don't believe Finley's touched the ball yet. There, he's wide open now. Ooh, they missed him on the block.
Oakley trying to stay with Michael Finley, and Trent missed the shot. Nowitzki with a recovery. Dirk Nowitzki with the 2 hoops for the Mavericks.
He kind of feels like he's back in LA again, huh?
I think Nowitzki just feels like he's home, period, on the basketball court.
I agree, and that's becoming more and more evident every night.
He knocked that pass loose. Hubert Davis goes into Finley. Finley with a jump hook over Williams. Michael Finley.
Tell you what, I hope Williams continues to take Finley. And the reason that happened is because the Mavericks were pushing the ball, so Williams is one of the first defenders back. He's got to pick up one of the first offensive players.
Mavericks lead by 1 as they've scored 6 in a row. Williams puts the Raptors back on top. Alvin Williams with his first 2.
He has good quickness, good explosiveness, Williams does.
Toronto is over 500 on the road after their 1-point win at Houston the other night. They went to 7-6 as a road team. And we touched on it in the open. They beat some of the real heavyweights on the road. Strickland missing, cleared by Davis.
Strick's got to let that offense come to him a little bit. He's forcing that.
Finley battling Carter. Here's an interesting matchup. Vince Carter hangs the shot up there good and draws the foul on Michael Finley. And I mean, Finley was draped on him, and he still hit the shot.
That's a very good defensive job by Michael Finley. Give Carter credit. He made a difficult shot against tremendous pressure. Look at Finley, number 4 here, defend. He's right there.
Vince Carter is 77% free throw shooter, averaging slightly less than 24.5 points a game. Completes the 3-point play. Toronto with a 4-point lead.
By the way, Vince Carter leads all NBA players in votes for the All-Star game.
We're getting a look at it here tonight for the first time. The Raptors were in here in the preseason. Michael Finley. Yep. Finley shot that one in the face of Carter. Finley with 4.
Carter respecting the drive. The fact that Finley wants to floor the ball a little bit. Mavericks just switching on the perimeter. Oh, that's too good.
Antonio Davis has his first two, and all 5 starters for the Raptors have scored.
Can't allow a man to set that flash post. You got to bump him. Don't let him just go in there where he wants to go.
Trent backs in on Davis. Trent in a crowd of Raptors, and Oakley the rebound. Alvin Williams leaves it with Oakley. He shoots the open shot. Finley picks off the rebound. The Mavericks come back trailing by 4.
Ronald very conscious of the Mavericks wanting to run.
Strickland in deep, drives on Williams, leaves it for Trent. It's a 2-point game. Trent with his first 2.
Nice pass from Strickland. Good dribble penetration into the middle.
Alvin Williams picked up by Hubert Davis. Carter to Davis. Underneath is Oakley. Missed the layup. Hit that one and drew the foul on Finley. 2 fouls on Michael Finley.
I'm not sure he touched him the second time. Oakley with an offensive rebound. Doesn't get that one to go. There's the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Finley called for the foul.
Oakley with 4 points already. Oak shoots 78% from the free throw line. Strickland grabs the rebound. It's a 4-point Toronto lead. Hubert Davis, Alvin Williams on him. He played almost 5 minutes. Davis now picked up by Oakley. Hubert drives his former Knick teammate into the lane, and it's taken down by Davis. Here goes Williams all the way to the hoop. Nice defensive play by Nowitzki.
Look now, you got to talk to him in that case. You got to let that's defense from behind. Trent's got to let Finley know he's coming.
Williams made the steal, and now Christie spots up for 3 and connects. Doug Christie with his second 3-pointer already. Christie came into the game shooting .347 from 3-point range.
Point Finley. Finley on the point will initiate the offense.
He's guarded by Carter and now picked up by Oakley.
Now you got to clear out. Dirk's got to get out of there.
Finley hits from the outside. Michael Finley with 6.
And the reason you want Dirk out of there is because Oakley cannot guard Finley out on the floor.
No one can so far. Finley 3 for 3 with about 6 minutes left in the quarter. Oakley has it. Here's Christie again, passed on the 3. They've got 3 to shoot. Williams missing from long range, and Strickland the rebound.
Good aggressive play by Strickland.
Strick leaves it for Trent. The hoop makes it a 3-point game. Finley backs it out against Carter. Trent takes a look at the clock. 8 to shoot. He's guarded by Davis. Gary Trent with a nice move across the lane.
It's coming back. I thought the impressive thing about Trent the last game was 13 rebounds against the LA Lakers.
Which is season best since he's come back, and also his minutes played were his season best. Christie missed on that one. Davis taps the rebound out to Christie. Set up for Carter.
You knew it was coming at some point, sometime.
A 5-point Toronto lead. And the fans at Reunion still buzzing about that connection to Vince Carter. Finley to Nowitzki.
Nice job. Good job by Finley. He avoided the defender behind him. You know, that combination is starting to get pretty lethal. Remember, we saw it inside outside against the Lakers. The Mavericks, they're scoring some points, but they got to.
Carter hangs the shot up there good, and a foul called. Vince Carter on the line. The foul is on Gary Trent, and Carter will have a chance at another 3-point play. Timeout taken. 4:40 left in the first.
Toronto up by 5, 21-16 in the first period. Doug Christie with the basketball. What he'll do is he pulls up. He's going to scoop the pass up into the air toward the basket. Here comes Vince Carter right here. He's going to take the alley-oop pass and dunk it. Watch this, folks. Nicely done. Good job. A second look at it for you. Different angle. You see the pass up in the air. Here comes Carter. 2 hands. Hammers it home. That's almost a nightly occasion for him. That'll happen once or twice a ball game. He's that kind of player.
And now he's back on the free throw line. This is his second 3-point play attempt. 8 points for Vince Carter. Both teams shooting the ball extremely well early.
56% for Toronto, 62% for Dallas. But Mavericks are going to have to tighten up defensively.
Vince Carter defending Finley, picked up by Oakley. Finley shoots over Oakley. Nowitzki tries to keep it alive, and Trent does by tipping it out to Strickland.
Nowitzki, the first guy, and Trent the second. That's all extra effort there.
Offensive foul called on Finley. That's his third. NFL this morning with guest Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, Sunday at 10 a.m. on Fox Sports Net. Get more pregame power 1 hour earlier on NFL this morning.
Ceballos in the ballgame right now as Strickland sits down.
Finley's out there with 3 fouls.
I'm sure that Don Nelson has been notified of that.
Inside to Carter again, and he hammers in another one. Vince Carter has 10. It's an 8-point lead. Vince Carter has ruled the airwaves here in this first quarter.
Interesting what they did to Ceballos. They double teamed him.
Finley missing a 3, and the ball out of bounds. A loose ball foul called on Cedric Ceballos.
They ran at Ceballos when he floored the ball, forced the ball out of his hands. Look at this. This time it's Oakley. See what they do, there's nothing on the side of the floor where Carter is, so they take away all of the backside help. They take away all of the help side defense.
And he has ruled the airwaves, as I mentioned. You might say he is the landlord of the airwaves tonight. As they pass outside, Carter controlling. Now to Davis. 5 to shoot. And Davis gets the hook to go. 4 points for Antonio Davis as the Raptors have opened up a 10-point lead.
Pretty upset Don Nelson. He thought that was a charge, and it did look like it.
Nowitzki inside to Trent. Nice play from Nowitzki to Trent.
Very good pass. Just very nice pass and excellent hands by Trent.
About 3 minutes for the first. Alvin Williams into Oakley. Nowitzki shows. Now Davis. Loose, out of bounds. It goes to Dallas. After this timeout, 2:58 left in the first quarter tonight from Reunion. The Toronto Raptors with an 8-point lead.
2:58 remaining. Toronto 26, Dallas 18. Here's our Fox Sports Net scouting report. We're going to talk about 15-year veteran Charles Oakley. Yes, he has been around a while. He's a premier help defender. Really comes off the help side and gives his teammates help defensively. He's a good shooter if he's left open. If he gets his feet set, a very good shooter. Great effort, hustle, and work ethic. Those are his signatures.
And a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
Interior pass tipped away. 14 to shoot. Finley backs it out.
You know him a little better than I do.
Yeah, Oak's a good one. Here's Trent. 7 to shoot. Finley again from the perimeter. It's cleared by Antonio Davis. So the Raptors with an 8-point lead on the ball. 2.5 minutes left. Oakley. Nice feed off the hip inside to Davis.
That's too deep. Davis is getting too deep on Trent. By deep, I mean too close to the basket. So the deeper that post is set, the easier that shot becomes.
Hubert Davis. And Carter put a hand on him. Vince Carter called for the foul. The first foul of the game whistled against Toronto.
It's a hand check foul. That's automatic. I think Butch Carter, no relation to Vince Carter.
But he is to Chris. Here's Sean Bradley coming in. Butch Carter, the brother of NFL standout Chris Carter, and Trent goes out with Bradley coming in.
Bradley needs to impact the game now at the defensive end of the floor.
He can turn those boos to cheers if he does.
Yep.
And Ceballos gets it up on Christie, and a foul on Christie. Ceballos shoots 2. First foul on Christie. And it came with 2:03 left, so just the second team foul. And now Kevin Willis is in the game for the Raptors. And Antonio Davis going out, so Butch Carter matching Willis against Bradley.
Watch Kevin Willis, folks. We'll see how long it takes Kevin Willis to shoot a jump hook. He loves to shoot the jump hook. He'll also shoot a face-up jumper. and he's a good rebounder. He's another one of those guys like Charles Oakley. Those two guys right there have been around forever. I mean, Willis is in his 16th year. 31 years of experience between Oakley and Willis. Isn't that something?
Ceballos makes the free throw.
The Mavericks may not have 31 years of experience on the floor right now. The 5 players, they're close with Bradley and Finley and Davis.
Ceballos been around a little while.
Yeah, 10 years.
Another alley-oop play. This one to Christie, broken up. The Mavericks read that. They get the defensive stop. Cedric Ceballos in a crowd. Nice flip by Cedric.
Ooh, he made something good out of something that was going to turn into a travel. It looked like to me he was going to put that foot down. It would have been a travel. He still got rid of the basketball in the shot attempt.
Vince Carter fires. Willis the rebound. Carter leaves it for Williams. Long rebound to Finley. Minute 23 left in the first. Dirk Nowitzki guarded by Oakley. Under to Ceballos for the layup.
You know, I don't think we're saying enough about Nowitzki passing the basketball. In addition to his scoring, he made an excellent pass down low to Trent. That time he made the pass down low to Ceballos.
It's the Raptors taking a timeout with a minute 10 left in the first. Their 10-point lead has been cut to 4 at 28-24.
Certainly Nowitzki's game offensively continues to expand from the standpoint of shooting the ball and making power moves. But as a passer, his game continues to expand. Look at the pass he makes. It's a nice pass away from the defender to the basket side where it should be. Ceballos handles it and scores with the left hand. And then, of course, Nowitzki's rebounding gets much better, and his defense continues to improve.
We've got 2 of the top second-year players in the NBA on display tonight. Carter, who leads that group in scoring, and Nowitzki, who is 3rd in scoring in that group.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty good team right there. You see those 5 guys? That would be a pretty good basketball team.
Cedric Ceballos on a tear here with a minute 10 left in the first quarter.
And the Mavericks on a 6-0 run.
All 6 scored by Ceballos.
And have cut that 10-point lead to 4, which forces Butch Carter to want to talk about that and talk about it right now.
No, we just saw in that last play, Bob, the layup that Ceballos got on the inside on that pass in there. If the Raptors have a problem come playoff time, that may be it. Their interior defense.
Exactly. And they're going to have to get better defensively. Mavericks with a nice job executing here. Defensively on the inside, you got to be better than this. Good pass from Nowitzki, good catch from Ceballos, good finish, and there it is again. I say it a lot, and I'll say it again. Pass, catch, finish. If you can do that effectively in your offense, you end up shooting 58% from the field. Toronto at 55%. So
Raptors have cooled off a little bit, and the points in the paint are even.
And that's nice to see.
Tell you what, we've seen Michael Finley play a lot of this first quarter with 3 fouls. And he hasn't picked up that 4th one.
I'm really surprised that he's still in there with 3. I'm sure that everybody, that Donnie Nelson talking to Finley right now, I'm sure he said something about the fact, remember you're playing with 3, be careful. Now if I'm Toronto, I'm going right at Finley with Vince Carter. I mean, I'm sure Butch Carter knows that. But if I've got an assistant who doesn't tell me that there's an opposing player, a good one on the floor with 3 fouls, he can look for a different job next year.
Here's Willis against Bradley, and there's that hook by Kevin Willis.
Jump hook. He'll go to that jump hook. Sometimes it's a half hook, but that is his signature move.
Less than a minute for the first. Nowitzki. Davis gives it to Bradley. Bradley against Willis. Dirk on the move against Oakley. Wow. Dirk Nowitzki, 8 points in the first, and the Mavericks are within 4 again.
And he used the ball fake. He saw Oakley flying at him, used the ball fake, escape dribble to the right, boom.
Carter against Finley. Vince Carter missing the perimeter shot. Oakley the rebound, blocked by Bradley. Dirk Nowitzki comes out with it. Stolen by Williams.
Second time. Mavericks getting careless with the ball.
Bradley a block, but a foul on Sean Bradley, and Williams on the line.
You cannot go down the floor. If you see 2 or 3 opposing jerseys ahead of you, somebody's got to be behind you. He got him with his body. There's no question about the foul, but he did go after him, and that's what Bradley's supposed to do.
Alvin Williams, a third-year player from Villanova, on the free throw line. 2 points tonight. He's a 70% free throw shooter. 20.5 left in the first. He makes good on the free throw. Michael Stewart coming in for the Raptors, number 4. Oakley goes out. Damon Jones coming on for the Mavericks.
For the Mavericks, number 11, Damon Jones.
Let's see. Dirk Nowitzki was 10 for 16 against the Lakers.
Correct, and he's 4 for 4 so far in this game.
So that means he is
14 for 20.
There you go. Not too bad, huh? 14 for his last 20.
And 7 of those were three-point attempts, and he made 5 of those.
Yep. Williams with 4. The lead back to 6. No shot clock for the Mavericks. Finley on top of the floor, guarded by Carter. Okay, here we go. 10 seconds.
This is the play that Don Nelson was trying to get to at the end of the Laker game, a 1-4 alignment. Look out, he can shoot that.
The shot by Damon Jones missed, but he recovers, and Finley gets the jackknife away, but too late.
Jones has got to shoot that. When Damon Jones gets that ball back because of that shot clock, there's no time for a pass.
Michael Finley, who played his way through foul trouble in the first quarter. And Vince Carter, who was sensational. Carter had 10 points in the first quarter, and the Raptors lead by 6. And Muggsy Bogues.
Watch your dribble right now.
Damon Jones. He means you, because you got Muggsy on you.
Right.
Bradley picks him off. Well, watch this. Muggsy Bogues against Bradley. And McGrady with the rebound. Tracy McGrady, Muggsy Bogues. Now it's McGrady with a shot away. Didn't take him long to get that first one up there.
I'll tell you what, this is a pretty talented team offensively. Toronto gets, they need to learn more and get more serious about the defensive end of the floor.
Dirk Nowitzki had it knocked away by Willis. It's grabbed by Ceballos. 10 to shoot.
Spacing was a problem over there. The Mavericks started to crowd one another.
Hubert Davis shoots it on McGrady. Hello, a 3-point field goal for Hubert Davis.
I think that's a big basket, a very timely basket right there.
Good to see Hubert hit his first one.
Yep. You know, he's the second best three-point shooter in the NBA right now. What, 49%, I think.
494 coming in. 10 on the shot clock, so he's probably at 50% now with that basket. Willis, nope. McGrady, Bradley the rebound. And a foul on Kevin Willis.
What Willis is trying to do to Bradley is just intimidate him right away.
Men's college basketball coming up next. Don't forget Oklahoma State and LSU right here on Fox Sports Net. It follows our NBA action tonight from Reunion, the Mavs and the Toronto Raptors.
My old friend Eddie Sutton.
We're going to find out just how old you are maybe a little later in the show. Nowitzki hits that 3.
Dirk Nowitzki. I hope that slid right by everybody. Nobody caught that because Nowitzki made that perimeter shot.
Dirk's got 11 and hasn't missed. 5 for 5. Bogues leaves it outside left. Carter makes the pass into Willis. Jump hook on Bradley.
That's his shot.
Bradley the rebound and clears to Hubert Davis. A hoop ties it. Hubert Davis trying to split the double team, and a foul called on McGrady, I believe, reaching in. Nope, the foul is on Michael Stewart.
They waited a long time before they called it, didn't they?
His first
My goodness.
17 foul.
10:05 left in the half. You know, you get an impression when you watch a first quarter in 2 minutes plus as you look at the three-point shooting, and the impression I'm getting is this could be a wild one. Bradley missed the shot but drew the foul and will shoot 2 after this timeout. 9:59 for the half. The Raptors lead the Mavericks by a couple. The Raptors by 2, and it's time now for our Ford Fact, featuring Vince Carter. You probably didn't know this. He was a high school drum major and was offered a music scholarship to attend Bethune-Cookman.
I wish he had taken it. He wouldn't be here.
He plays pretty good music out there on the basketball.
Well, I guess. What, did you just hear that?
Jim Feldman was our ace producer, was a high school drum major, but was not offered music scholarship. But he was in that Longhorn band, though. Here's Jones driving inside and has it rejected by Vince Carter.
You know what? That's a great, impressive play. It's not the right play, folks. You want to block a shot, keep it inbounds so that you can trigger an offensive opportunity the other way. How did he hit that?
Oh, Hubert Davis off the inbounds pass ties the game. The Mavericks have scored the last 5.
How did he hit that? He was leaning, falling away.
Mavericks have also scored 16 of the last 22.
Hey,
here we go. Carter and Davis. Couple of Tar Heels there.
He wanted to go left.
Tipped by Willis, missed. Willis again, no. Bradley all over him. Bradley stays with him. Knocked around, and Carter tried to save it in bounds, but he couldn't. Out of bounds to the Mavericks.
Willis just really goes after Bradley like he's not even there. He leans into him. He pushes into him. He uses his body. Bradley kept after him that time.
Damon Jones, and away from the ball, we get a whistle. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Hubert Davis.
On Hubert Davis. First foul on Davis. Toronto has it.
You got to stay tight on Doug Christie because he's such a fine perimeter shooter.
Right now, that's the job of Dirk Nowitzki.
He'll shoot it any time. Whoa,
whoa. He walked.
Yes, he did.
You know what happened? He had a taller player on him.
And Nowitzki closed a little bit. When he picked up the dribble, he closed just a little bit.
You know, when you're a guard and all of a sudden you've got that 7-footer guarding you out there on the perimeter.
Not many turnovers in this ball.
9 so far with 8:50 left in the half. Ceballos did that to Shaq the other night.
That's nice. That's a nice move by Cedric.
Mavericks the 2-point lead. Cedric Ceballos a perfect 3 for 3. And Hubert Davis knocked it away from Carter. Carter recovers. Bogues from the outside. And on a rebound follow, we get a foul call.
McGrady inside, operating on the offensive board. Very quick jumper and a very good jumper, by the way. He elevates really well.
Damon Jones called for the foul. First team foul on the Mavericks. 8:27 for the half.
Seems funny to have so much time out there without a Michael Finley on the floor.
You know, he played through that whole first quarter with 3 fouls almost. Carter missing. And a recovery by Carter and a spectacular move to the basket.
How about that one? How about that play, folks?
Carter's got 12. A little over 8 minutes for the half. Here goes Ceballos. Draws the foul in the act of shooting.
Watch Carter on this one. Ball still alive. Carter gets it. Any kind of daylight to the basket at all. Second look here, folks. Any kind of daylight to the basket at all. He can split a seam. He can, by that I mean he can split 2 defenders and just literally explode. Cedric Ceballos at the other end trying to get it up. They would not allow him to release it, so he's going to have to make a couple of free throws instead.
Now the Mavericks make a couple of changes. Trent is back. Bradley is out. Finley is back. Davis is out.
You know, Vince Carter was trying to talk a little trash to Damon Jones. Jones is back out on top now. You don't do that with Damon Jones. He absolutely amazes me. He talks more trash for a young player than anybody I've ever seen. He was getting after Shaquille O'Neal the other night. Walking under his armpit, just looking up at him, talking to him.
Ceballos has 10 points off the bench. And the Mavericks 4 of 6, while Toronto 2 of 11. A 2-point Dallas lead. McGrady covered up by Ceballos. Tracy McGrady with the layup. One thing about these Raptors, they go to the hoop.
Yeah, they will. They're very athletic, so they're trying to use that athleticism in terms of getting to the basket and jumping over people and, you know, hitting those fancy dipsy-do type things.
Mavericks need a hoop to regain the lead. McGrady guarding Finley. Finley with a running hook, and McGrady got a piece of it, taken out of the air by Christie.
Oh, Carter's out front.
Bogues to Carter, and he missed on that alley-oop move.
That would have been his 4th one in his half.
Trent. McGrady the rebound. Vince Carter to Bogues. Nice feed into McGrady and a foul. McGrady on the line.
Well, when they get going, you can see the athleticism. McGrady, Carter, Christie. Christie's a very good athlete, wonderful athlete. Look at the last alley-oop. They did not convert this one. Carter's up in the air trying to go behind his head. He missed one. Muggsy Bogues with a pass.
Tracy
McGrady on the line to shoot 2.
McGrady's got 4 rebounds
and 5 points. Toronto with a 1-point lead. McGrady has 6. The Raptors doing a good job on the offensive glass.
I guess they have 10 offensive rebounds. The Mavericks have only 3.
Toronto by 2. Underneath to Ceballos, out of bounds to Toronto after this timeout. 6:58 remaining in the first half here at Reunion. The Raptors back in front now, leading by 2.
You know, whenever I watch the Mavericks game, whether courtside or at home, I'm always in front of my computer. That's right. I'm always accessible because that's the way I roll. And you know what? You can ask questions at Maverick home games. That's right. By accessing the Mavericks NBA homepage. That's right. You can link up to Jim Durham and Bob Ortigal. See if your questions get answered on there. Like, for example, is it true that Bob used to coach one of the Toronto Raptors' dad? Is it true? Is it true?
Link up to Bob. He doesn't have a computer. Kidding me? It's the year 2000. Christie steps free. And Finley the rebound.
Oh, I hope Finley doesn't get that 4th foul.
Ceballos against Carter. Nice move by Cedric. He went reverse. That protected the ball from the leaping Carter.
He's having a good time down low. Ceballos is. He's operating down there using both left-handed and right-handed layups.
McGrady. Bogues left open. Muggsy Bogues connects.
The Mavericks will not guard him. Don Nelson will not guard Bogues. He will make a shooter out of Bogues rather than a passer.
Toronto up by 2 again. 6 minutes left. Finley went for the layup. The fans wanted something spectacular from Finley. But Michael just made sure he got the layup. McGrady gets inside, and now a pitch out, setting up Christie for another 3. Doug Christie with his 3rd 3-pointer tonight.
You just absolutely have to close on Christie. He's just an outstanding shooter.
5.5 minutes left. Finley makes the pass to Nowitzki. McGrady is steal. Finley recovers. Underneath to Nowitzki. Kevin Willis made Dirk change that one.
Yes, he did. Good defensive play by Kevin Willis.
Carter, oh! Vince Carter! A whirling dervish going to the hoop.
That's one of the best you will ever see. Absolutely one of the best you will ever see. Mark Aguirre is standing up over there. Mark Aguirre literally out of his seat. Nice job by Trent.
Gary Trent with the offensive rebound. Toronto by 3. Now Carter, who was fouled, did the fouling in that matchup with Hubert Davis. He pushed off Carter with his 2nd foul.
Take a look at this, folks. Vince Carter. Yes, sir. Here it is again. He did a 180 all the way. He went around and still dunked it.
That would be a 360. He did the complete revolution.
That's 2 180s. That's exactly what I meant.
4.5 minutes left in the half. Trent over Willis. And Oakley trying to save the rebound and does. Muggsy Bogues on the move. Bogues pulls up. He's hit 2 in a row.
Mavericks got to get on that backboard. Those offensive rebounds. That's the biggest difference in the ball game right now.
Toronto by 5. Vince Carter getting a rest. Trent. Nowitzki sidesteps the defense.
Nice. I mean, that is so smart.
13 first-half points for Dirk.
You know, some of the people that saw that last Carter dunk on television, there's still some tickets available. You could hustle down here and see the second half.
Inside allowed to McGrady, and a foul called. 3:46 left. There's hockey tomorrow on Fox Sports Net at 7 o'clock. The Stars and the Ducks.
With some of the wonderful plays that Toronto has had, and I'm talking about showtime plays that they have had from that man right there, Vince Carter, they still lead the ball game by only 3 points. And that's what counts. I mean, a 2 is a 2. Doesn't matter whether it's a dunk or a layup or a jump shot.
Hubert Davis has picked it up against Bogues.
If you get intimidated, oh, I like this matchup. Oakley's in trouble.
Finley. Nope. The rebound loose, out of bounds to the Mavericks. (49-46), but a hoop makes it a 1-point game. Trent against Willis. Trent goes reverse. Followed by Ceballos. Nope. Rebounded by Willis.
Oh, he got fouled inside.
Charles Oakley makes the pass inside. Here's McGrady around Trent. Hit the bottom of the rim. Dirk Nowitzki. Well, you almost want him to pull up and launch when he's got it. But Ceballos is shooting it pretty well tonight also.
Well, I guess.
14 for Ceballos, 8 in this quarter.
Good help off the bench for Cedric Ceballos.
A 1-point lead for Toronto with 2:40 left in the half. Tracy McGrady. Nothing there on the reverse move. Finley has it.
Head up, keep looking. Head up, there you go. That's why you keep looking.
Dirk with a quick punch into Ceballos. And Willis, the Raptors rebound.
Ooh, Cedric Ceballos would like to have that one back.
Hubert Davis the steal. Finley behind the back to Ceballos. And he draws the foul. 2 shots coming after this timeout. 2:17 remaining in the first half. It's a 1-point lead for Toronto.
Toronto by 1, 49-48. Michael Finley with the ball in the middle. Dirk Nowitzki will get the ball on the right wing. The thing you like about this is the spacing is very good here. But I want to point out, Cedric Ceballos is going to come into the picture. And watch what he does. He took that 1-bounce dribble to create space between himself and the defender. That space enables him to get a good look on a jump shot. The defender's late getting there. Heck of a ball game, JD.
Really good game. 14 points for Ceballos, make it 15.
And he's 5 out of 7 from the field.
5 out of 5 from the free throw line.
Nowitzki 6 out of 7 from the field. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block.
I'll tell you, I've said it a lot. When Dirk gets the ball, you almost want him to shoot it.
Yep.
A 1-point Mavericks lead.
Finley still in the ball game with 3 personal fouls.
And he's played with 3 for a long time. He almost midway through the first quarter, he had 3. He sat out a little bit early in the second. Ceballos nearly had the steal. Now Williams controls. Outside shot for Williams, short.
We'll get it back again.
It did bite the rim, so the Raptors with a new shot clock, and it's at 18. Bugsy Bogues, Finley guarding him. Inside to McGrady. Lost it out of bounds. The Mavericks trying to extend on the 1-point lead.
McGrady looked away from the ball. The pass was there. He had not yet had it in his possession, and he looked away trying to determine what he was going to do. Make the move. Now Finley sits down, and he'll be down for the rest of the half. Watch McGrady's head. His head will look away right there. See, he looks away before he caught the ball.
Eric Strickland in the game for Finley, and Strickland guarded by Williams. 12 to shoot. Trent on the perimeter against Kevin Willis.
Board. Someone's got to go to the board, and Ceballos did.
But he was out of bounds when he grabbed it. So the Raptors have it with 1:23 left in the half.
Working baseline, though, Cedric Ceballos once again, and that's what you want to do.
Bugsy Bogues at the point for Toronto. An entertaining first half. The Mavericks leading by 1. Vince Carter with a variety of dunks so far, and now Nowitzki on the move. Here's Trent, picks it up quickly against Bogues. Hubert Davis for 3.
That's his shot.
His second one of the game.
No, it's a 2, I think. They call it a 2, JD. They corrected. Right foot was on the line.
2-point basket for Davis. Davis with 7 points tonight. 50 seconds left in the half. Oakley from the outside. Charles Oakley with a couple of hoops from the perimeter in this first half.
You got to close on him when his feet are set, and Strickland did not, and that's why Nelly was up off that bench.
A 1-point Mavericks lead, 38 seconds left in the half. Trent pulls up over Oakley. McGrady the rebound.
Trent had a good shot, one you want him to take.
McGrady checked by Davis, 15 on the shot clock. Oakley lobs under to McGrady. Gets it back, then had it blocked by Nowitzki. Now the Mavericks can play it for one.
And they need a basket. This could be very big right here.
8 seconds for the half. Through all of the highlight film material, the Mavericks are going to have the lead at halftime. Ceballos lays it up. Missed the shot. It would have counted had it have gone. He did beat the clock. But the Mavericks have the lead. They head for the dressing room with a 1-point edge at 52-51.
The Dallas Mavericks leading the Toronto Raptors 52-51. And word from the Dallas Mavericks locker room, well, they want to slow down the Vince Carter show. That's obvious, but they do like the way the team has been fighting back. Coming back from that 10-point deficit in the second quarter. Also, the offensive rebounding needs to pick up just a little bit, and they're going to get Michael Finley more involved, and Gary Trent's got to make his shot more. Bob?
Thank you, Chris. Let's take a look at shot by shot. And obviously, we'll talk a little bit about Vince Carter. Look where his baskets are coming now. The white dots are makes, all in the lane on this particular occasion. The black dots you see, those are misses. Don't be misled by that, because he can shoot the jump shot and he can shoot threes. He doesn't shoot them extremely well, but he's not going to shoot the jump shot as long as you continue to let him do this. If he can operate in there, that's where he will stay. You must force him out of there and force him to the jumper.
Yes, the year 2000 just hours away, and people will be looking like this in the year 2000. You're wearing that very attire right there.
Tomorrow a big day. Tomorrow night an even bigger night.
Mavericks trying to extend on their 1-point advantage as they open play in the third. And a foul called on Vince Carter.
Mavericks come out of the locker room and immediately post Michael Finley. Finley had 8 points in the first half. He was 4 for 10 from the field.
3 fouls on Vince Carter. So that evens things up in that Finley matchup, and now away from the ball. Oakley gets hit with one. Nope, Alvin Williams.
Foul by Alvin Williams.
First foul on Alvin Williams.
First to second team foul.
That's a hand check foul there, Jim.
Yep. That was the call. So it didn't take long for the Raptors to pick up 2 team fouls, less than 30 seconds. Nowitzki over Oakley. Oh boy, Dirk keeps pouring them in. He's 7 of 9 tonight.
And 10 out of 16 in the last ball game against the Lakers.
The Mavericks with a 3-point lead have equaled their largest. Inside pass to Antonio Davis, rebounded out by
Nowitzki. Tipped it to Davis.
Yeah.
We've seen him do that recently. He's been tipping the ball on the rebounds.
Look at Dirk, a dipsy-do, and Finley hammers it in.
Sliding the baseline, coming down the baseline on the offensive board is normally very effective.
A 5-point Mavericks lead. Offensive foul. Away from the ball.
Michael Finley comes right down the baseline. See him come into the picture inside Doug Christie by sliding the baseline, coming up to the inside.
An offensive foul was on Vince Carter. That's his 4th.
And we got a technical foul.
On
Muggsy Bogues, who's on the bench.
And he's got a big smile on his face. I don't know why. Not funny. All it results in is your opponent having the opportunity to score a point.
But Hubert Davis misses the free throw. Tracy McGrady coming into the game for Vince Carter.
Tracy McGrady back in the game.
And Carter Can't believe what's happened here, but if you're Dallas, you maintain your concentration and your focus. You don't get caught up in any of that stuff, anything that happens other than your execution.
This is a huge run by the Mavericks going back into the first half.
It's a 12-2 run right now. Oh, nice.
Nowitzki with a dunk. He was fouled by Oakley. The basket is good.
Oakley tried to push him in the lower body, which is a good move because you can cause the guy to miss the shot. Watch Oakley come over. That's a nice pass from Strickland. And still the finish from Nowitzki.
Nowitzki shooting for the three-point play. He's got 18 points in the game and 5 very early in the third. The Mavericks lead by 8.
Now let's see where Toronto elects to go now with Carter out of the ball game. I would think they'd like to get Christie some shots.
Oakley checked by Finley. An inside pass loose. Strickland may have got a hand on it. Here's Finley at the other end. And the basket is good as it was touched by Williams.
Ball had hit the glass first. That all started from a defensive play by Eric Strickland. Michael Finley hit the glass. You can't touch it after it hits the glass. The defender did. But Eric Strickland is the guy that made the defensive play at the other end of the floor, deflecting the ball. Kind of rotating that shoulder a little bit. I hope he didn't hurt that thing.
I hear that. So the Mavericks with their 10-point lead, their biggest. Toronto led by 10 early. And Antonio Davis turns it over. Offensive foul on Davis, his first. NFL this morning with guest Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, Sunday at 10 on Fox Sports Net.
Eric Strickland drawing that charge. Just an outstanding play by Strick. He comes into the game having drawn 16 charges in 14 games. So that's number 17 right there.
Oakley a steal on that pass. 61-51. The Mavericks pitching a shutout through 2 minutes of the third. And off the ball, we get a whistle. Officials are tightening it up.
Yeah, they are. And Oakley is starting to get a little bit upset with the ebb and flow of the game.
Foul on Davis. That's 2 fouls on Hubert Davis. Mavericks first team foul, 9:50 for the third. McGrady looking for Antonio Davis. Oh, he missed the layup. Strick pulls up. Davis the rebound.
Kind of a quick shot right there. Might have been better off to wait just a little bit.
Underneath is Christie. And he was fouled by Finley. That's his 4th. Christie on the line.
It really hurts. That's 4 fouls on Finley, folks. And that's going to force Nelson's hand. I really believe he's got to get him out of there.
Cedric Ceballos at the scorer's table.
Christie with the ball. Did he dribble it once and then catch it and dribble it again?
I don't know, but I do know he missed the free throw.
And the shot.
Cedric Ceballos returns.
So Ceballos comes in, and it's Strickland going out.
So Finley stays in the ball game with 4.
And Vince Carter went out with 4. That's the first point for the Raptors in the second half.
If I'm the Mavericks, I want to keep the pressure on offensively. Continue to push the ball.
Finley on the return from Trent. Dirk Nowitzki underneath to Trent.
Nice job. If they're going to front the post, you let the ball do the work. You move the ball to the other man, and then the defender can't get back in front. There's no way he can get there.
Tracy McGrady's outside shot right down the pipe.
Tracy McGrady.
McGrady has scored 8 and averages 12.8. Trent trying to get post position. Guarded by Davis. Finley. Nope. And taken down by Oakley. Alvin Williams, nice change of direction move. Charles Oakley covered up by Nowitzki. Williams lost it going up. Oh,
he can't do it.
He said that Mavericks touched it.
He can't catch it. He's got to wait till it hits the floor. That's a violation.
He misses. Outlet. Ceballos.
He cannot catch that ball. That ball's got to hit the floor first.
Here goes Trent. And a blocking foul called on Antonio Davis.
Butch Carter's not going to. He's not going to waste any further time. He's coming back with Vince Carter right now.
Vince Carter back in the game.
Here's Trent. Called the block. I want to tell you, that's a close call right there. That's pretty close to the
An
shot.
even up call. The one down at the other end.
I'm with you. I hear you.
So Carter and McGrady both out there at the same time. I'll tell you that around the holidays, the fans get a little more vocal here.
We got a young man behind us who's having a heck of a time.
Got some cough drops that I want to take with him after the game.
He's not with what he has. He doesn't need cough drops.
Four to shoot, and it's Trent working the baseline nicely. Trent has 12. Mavericks back to the 11-point lead, which is the largest. McGrady, Nowitzki knocked it away, recovered by Davis. McGrady with 5 to shoot, inside to Carter. Zips the pass out to Christie.
That is very nice by Carter.
Carter tipped it in. That is also very nice.
What an effort. You don't get a play, you don't get a basket like that without just a super effort. That was a great effort.
16 points for Carter.
Have any of those 16 not been spectacular?
Nope. You know, that's just it. That's a good point. You think he's got about 30.
Oh, good back cut.
Stolen by Carter.
Heck of a defensive play by Carter.
3-on-2 behind the back to McGrady with a dunk, hang, and swing.
Cousins. They are cousins. Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter. The most entertaining game of the year, I think, in Reunion Arena, Jim.
Agree with that. McGrady with 10 points. 6:40 for the third.
Nice to have that with all my family here.
Finley lays it in. Michael Finley has 14. Nine-point lead for the Mavericks.
Carter on the point.
Guarded by Hubert Davis. And what's the call? Foul on Hubert Davis. Timeout, that's for sure. 6:19 remaining in the third, and a 9-point lead for Dallas.
Mavericks 67, Toronto 58. Fox Sports Net in sync. Watch Finley, Nowitzki, and Trent in sync in the lower left-hand corner, and in sync in the upper right-hand corner is that guy making all that noise behind us. Tell you what, when you get the players and the fans in sync, that's good.
Especially when the home team has the lead.
Yeah.
Underneath is Antonio Davis. His shot blocked out of bounds. It stays at this end with 5 to shoot. The Raptors to come in.
Some of the fans in the first row pleading their case to the official, but he turns around and looks and says, no, I don't think so.
Most of whom are related to you. A 20-second timeout taken. Most of the fans in the first row tonight related to Coach Bob. This is almost as if your life is passing in front of you, and this 20-second timeout is brought to you by Deja Blue purified bottled drinking water. And I say this because John Thomas, the third-year forward from Minnesota of the Toronto Raptors, his father was coached by you.
At Drake University.
That's right.
Buzz Thomas played for me. Buzz Thomas.
That's Kevin Willis there. When John Thomas is the only player to not get in the game tonight. He is sitting at the end of the bench. And you're getting close. There he is.
There's John Thomas right there. His father, Buzz Thomas, played for me at Drake. And I can't tell you, I've got a former player who's got a young man playing in the NBA.
And he's sitting on the front row over there, and then your entire family sitting on the front row over here.
There's only 3 of them missing, and 2 of them are out of the country.
Whoa, that's a foul on Finley, and that's his 5th. And Hugh Hollins is giving Nelly some time here to get his substitution in.
Nelly says that's bad and sits down.
He's going to bring him out now. He's got Damon Jones coming to the scorer's table. 6-10 for the third. That's 14 fouls on the Mavericks also.
The Mavericks have never had to play longer without Michael Finley than they're going to have to do right now. There is 6:10 in the third period, and Finley with 5 fouls.
Here's Carter holding on Hubert Davis. Outside jumper for Vince Carter. Wow, he's got everything working tonight. Carter with 18.
When we showed you the shot by shot at halftime, folks, I showed you all the baskets in the lane, but I told you that he's capable of going outside. You just saw it. That's what makes him a tough cover.
It's a 7-point Mavericks lead with 5:45 for the third, but now they're having to play without Finley on the bench with 5 fouls. Shot clock at 4. Ceballos under the gun, almost rimmed it in. And Davis the rebound.
Toronto has quit pushing the ball as much as they were in the first half. They're becoming a little bit more half-court oriented. I don't know whether that's going to continue, but we'll follow it for you.
Carter's inside pass broken up, knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks. Sean Bradley coming on for Dallas. And Bradley is coming in for Trent.
And it's a must that Bradley get his thing done at the defensive end of the floor. And he's got to help on that offensive board.
He had a couple of blocks in the first half. 8 to shoot. Davis in deep. Bradley a block. Davis a recovery. 4 on the clock. Antonio Davis has 8.
Bit of a momentum swing right now to Toronto, no question about that, and certainly a confidence builder with Finley having to sit down.
Damon Jones with a kick out to Davis. Hubert Davis in a crowd, nothing there left-handed. Loose ball. Toronto with it. The Mavericks led by 11. They now lead by 5.
He usually shoots that little runner pretty well.
Oakley makes the pass into Vince Carter. On a dive cut move, he tried to shovel it to Davis, and a foul called on Dirk Nowitzki. 2 fouls on Dirk. The Mavericks are over the limit.
Carter can't even make a normal pass. I mean, he made that pass look like it was showtime. But he did find Davis coming right down the middle.
So Carter is playing with 4. Finley is out with 5.
That's just huge with Finley out of there.
Davis, an 81% free throw shooter, has 9 points tonight. Davis getting it done on the boards in addition to those 9 points. 8 rebounds.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. He's an 8, comes into this game at 81%. You mentioned that earlier. That's up from a career shooting percentage at the line of 68.
He likes it north of the border. Missed shot by Christie. Damon Jones advancing. Hubert Davis trying to shake loose for 3, and Carter all over it. Ceballos against McGrady. Nice move by Cedric, but it rolls off the rim. McGrady coming back. Oakley with a behind the back pass to Vince Carter. Christie with a follow. Bradley trying to rip it away, and a jump ball is called. Sean Bradley with a big height advantage here in this jump ball with Doug Christie.
Bradley inside. And you see the tie-up right there. Christie can really get up. He's a quick jumper. Bradley needs to be alert to this.
Yeah, but he's a foot shorter.
Yeah, but you've got to be sure that you're alert to that quick jumper.
He is. Charles Oakley moves in there to say something. What they're saying is that Bradley gets his elbow up and he holds the man down. Bradley wins the tap.
Maybe Oakley made Bradley a little mad. That'd be different.
Hubert Davis shooting for 3. And why not?
Oh, Hubie, baby.
He's over 50% from 3-point range on the season.
And with Finley out of there, those shots are so big for the Mavericks.
3:40 remaining in the third. Inside Davis. And a foul on Bradley. Antonio Davis on the line. Sean Bradley has his second.
Toronto runs that. They bring Carter off of there first into the lane, and if he doesn't get it, Davis comes right behind him. Watch. See Carter? Carter was the first cutter. Davis got the ball as a second cutter, but the timing on it, there's the first cutter, second cutter. Carter first, Davis second. And they do it very quickly.
Antonio Davis 2 out of 3 from the line, 10 points in the game. Eric Strickland, we got a start tonight. Sitting it out right now for the Mavericks. Antonio Davis makes good on both. It's a 5-point game. 3.5 for the third.
The pace of the game on both sides has slowed considerably. Look at this.
It's Hubert Davis trying another three, and Antonio Davis the rebound.
Good alert play by Jones. He was heads up looking for the steal.
Christie over the top to Vince Carter. Kick out to Oakley. Charles Oakley connecting. Oakley with 8.
It's the one thing he can still do offensively. And years ago when he came in, he didn't do that real well. He's learned to shoot that face-up jump shot.
As late as a week ago, he was under 40% from the field this season. So he's on a little bit of a shooting tear. Here's McGrady. Tracy McGrady with his 5th field goal, and Don Nelson wants a timeout.
That's a good
2:48 left in the third. The Mavericks lead at one time was 11. It's down to 1.
You never know who's going to show up at a Mavericks game. It's my old buddy and pal, the fly jock, the hardest working man in radio, Tom Joyner. How you doing, Tom?
I'm a season ticket holder.
I know it. You're loving this Vince Carter show too, right?
It was a good day to be a season ticket holder and get the Vince Carter show.
That's right. Real quickly, on January 17th, the Dallas Mavericks have Martin Luther King Day and night, and halftime you're going to have a special thing, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a real good thing. Back to you, Jim.
All right, guys. They want to watch the game. Cedric Ceballos has the shot blocked, and it's Toronto coming back looking for the lead.
Wasn't the ball on its way down? Maybe we can check that, folks. I thought that ball was coming down.
Inside pass. Bradley knocks down Carter. The ball out of bounds to Toronto.
And I thought Bradley fouled Carter right there. Is that even up again? Is this ball coming down? Ceballos makes the move. Up. Kind of hard. I couldn't really tell right there.
Raptors with 12 to shoot, get it inbounds. McGrady backs it out and fires, and Toronto has taken the lead.
I'll tell you this: it's 13-3 Toronto since Finley went out of the ballgame.
Tracy McGrady is more than just the flashy offensive player. McGrady does the other work too.
He's got 9 rebounds. Ties the season high for McGrady.
Bradley was fouled by Oakley. Charles Oakley with his second. The Raptors are over the limit. Sean Bradley shoots 2 with 1:56 left in the third.
When Finley went out, we called attention to that. Only because all year long, when Finley plays well, the Mavericks have played well. The Mavericks have won a lot of those games. He's out of the ball game now, and Toronto has outscored the Mavericks 13-3. And it's not just his offense that you miss. The point is, it's a confidence factor. His teammates know he's their best player. His teammates know he's the leader. His teammates know he brings energy and passion to the floor,
and he commands attention defensively from the other team, which leaves the other players open.
It sure does.
Christie. Oakley shoots from outside again. Charles Oakley has 10 in the game, and his season high is 15.
And I think those 10 are 5 jump shots. All of them face-up jump shots. This is huge. Mavericks have to have a basket here.
1:30 for the third. Oakley has picked up Davis.
I think they have to go to Nowitzki. They've got to find Nowitzki.
Damon Jones tries the 3, and it's rebounded by Carter. McGrady. Tracy McGrady hits again. That's 16 points for McGrady, 10 in this quarter, and Toronto has a 3-point lead.
I think Nelly's just trying to get to the end of this period. But those 2 guys there, Davis, and that's where you want to go, Nowitzki. I think he can get to the free throw line or get you a shot. There, he gets you a shot with that pass.
6 to shoot. Hubert Davis under the gun, and Christie steals the pass to Ceballos. Vince Carter. Oakley again from out front.
Holy cow.
Charles Oakley is pouring him in.
The oak tree.
It's a 5-point lead for Toronto with 36 seconds left in the third.
And it happened so quickly.
Ceballos lost it. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks with 14 to shoot.
Don Nelson's just fuming on the other side. I mean, he is hot.
The lob comes to Bradley. Bradley shoots on Oakley. Bradley's first field goal tonight.
That's huge, folks. Mavericks are going to get it back. They're going to get a chance to get another shot.
Shot clock at 17, about 4 difference.
I wish that official would watch that McGrady with a basketball and turning that thing over.
Christie going to the hoop. Bradley a block and a recovery with 5 seconds. Nowitzki, Hubert Davis had the shot blocked by McGrady and cleared by Carter as the third quarter has come to an end at Reunion. Another entertaining 12 minutes here with the Toronto Raptors, and they have taken the lead now as we go to the fourth, 77-74.
In the house tonight, that's Mindy Orticle, that's Kim Orticle, and that's Missy Orticle. And that guy's husband, and then we've got 5 grandkids right there. Nice to have all of them here for the holidays. They've been here for Christmas and New Year's. Love them all.
Michael Finley back into the game, playing with 5 fouls. Going to the fourth, the Mavericks down 3 and Toronto in possession. Finley guarding McGrady. Davis on Carter. Carter misses one. Finley the rebound.
Makes his presence felt immediately with a defensive rebound.
The Mavericks were outscored 19-7 with Finley on the bench.
Ouch.
Finley on a handoff from Nowitzki. 10 to shoot.
They only trail by 3.
Finley against Oakley. Has it rejected by Davis.
Heck of a block.
McGrady. Christie lays it in.
That was a heck of a defensive play by Antonio Davis.
Doug Christie has scored 12.
Excellent move by Finley to get open.
Toronto back up by 5. Mavericks led by 11. The Raptors led by 10 in the first half tonight. Davis drives on Davis. Hubert missing on the flip. Antonio Davis ahead to McGrady.
Smart decision by McGrady. That's a good decision.
Bradley knocks it away from Carter. And out of bounds. Which way? Trent coming back into the game. As you look at the Gatorade game summary, the Mavericks up by 1 at the half. And we talked about that number with Finley on the bench. Vince Carter, 18 points, most of them in spectacular fashion, as evidenced by the 4 dunks. Toronto comes in leading by 5 with 12 to shoot. McGrady driving on Finley, and he's got to let him go, and then a foul whistled against Ceballos. Second foul on Ceballos.
Been all Toronto since about the midway through that third quarter.
Since the 5th foul on Finley.
Yep, when Finley had to sit down.
First team foul.
And now it's getting real serious.
McGrady, 2 shots.
Tracy McGrady, 70% free throw shooter, has made all 3 attempts in this game.
We have seen this Maverick team come back before. We saw him do it against Phoenix on the road. We saw him do it against the Lakers on the road. McGrady with 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. And I'll tell you what,
18 points.
They're going to do something. They need to get it going.
Toronto has scored the first 4 points of the fourth.
I like Nowitzki-Oakley matchup right there. And I like this matchup if Oakley's going to take Finley.
Outside jumper for Finley, rimming no, and picked off by Antonio Davis. Ceballos has picked up Christie.
Need a stop. I mean, really need a stop.
Oakley with a behind the back pass into Davis. 6 to shoot. Carter gives it up to Christie. Underneath McGrady. Tracy McGrady with the jam, and he has 20.
Wonderful ball movement by Toronto on the perimeter. From the left side of the floor to the right to the man on the baseline. That's a look out behind you.
A reach-in foul on Oakley, trying to blindside Trent. Oakley's third, and a timeout taken. 9:57 for the game. The Raptors lead by 9. Portions of tonight's game brought to you by Deja Blue, purified bottled drinking water. Deja Blue, pure and refreshing.
You have some of that down on the farm, don't you?
We have the best one there. No question. 12 to shoot. Finley leaves it for Nowitzki. Dirk over Oakley. Nope, but a foul on Oakley. That's his 4th.
I like that move by Nelson. Take a little bit of the heat off of Finley.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nowitzki's on such a hot run right now. You almost have to feature him in your offense.
I think you go one side of the floor, Finley, Nowitzki. If they come off of Finley, Nowitzki can give it back to Finley. If they don't, Nowitzki's got the one-on-one move inside, and you spot up Davis away from the play. Spot up Davis away, and if he's open, then you can fire the ball out to him for the three-pointer, and you let Trent and Ceballos continue to work inside.
Nowitzki rims both free throws in. Dirk's got 20 points in the game.
And he's 8 out of 11. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
And he was 10 out of 16 against the Lakers.
Yes, sir.
That's Oakley on the cut and a foul on Finley. He's gone. Michael Finley has just fouled out with 9:33 left.
I can't remember the last time Michael Finley fouled out of the ballgame. I really can't.
Finley very upset as he heads for the bench.
I cannot remember the last time he fouled out. Well, somebody's got to pick up the slack. Don Nelson's going to take all 30 seconds. Look where he is. He's Don Nelson is well across the 10-second line. Watch. Here's Finley's reaction. Kevin McCarthy, Don Nelson right there.
Michael Finley plays 26 minutes tonight. This for the guy who's leading the league in minutes played. Finley plays 26 minutes, 14 points, 7 of 16 from the field, and he had 7 rebounds.
What Damon Jones is in the ballgame for is to see if he can't energize it as far as the Mavericks are concerned. Nelson's trying to get some energy, some speed, some quickness in the absence of Robert Pack and Steve Nash.
And apparently in the absence of Strickland. Strick hasn't come back in. He's been over there for a long time. 5 to shoot. Christie over Trent. Oh, Christie banks it in. 14 for Christie.
He's a good shooter. You can give him very little room.
Toronto back to the 9-point advantage, and we've got about 9 minutes left. Damon Jones. And it goes to Ceballos. Cedric Ceballos working underneath.
Nice job inside.
His first 2 points in the second half. He's got 18 in the game.
Still only a 7-point ball game, but somebody's got to make some big defensive plays. And you must control that defensive board.
Charles Oakley had it picked off as Trent came over from the weak side.
Nice job by Trent.
Damon Jones to Ceballos down the lane. 2 hoops in a row for Cedric.
And you see Damon Jones get the ball down the floor that time. Pushing the ball, energizing the game a little bit for the Mavericks.
Delay of game warning issued against Dallas. 8:37 left. Eric Strickland. You know, we noticed him flexing that shoulder when he was in there the last time. You hope he didn't re-injure himself. Shot clock at 10. Oh, he walked.
Yes, he did.
Muggsy Bogues returns for Toronto. Number 11 Oklahoma State takes on LSU in a battle of unbeatens. That coming up next on Fox Sports Net. Right after our NBA action tonight from Reunion.
There you go. That's good moving the ball.
Gary Trent against Davis. Trent powers it up. Antonio Davis the rebound.
It's a good shot. That's a shot you want Trent to take. Mavericks get a good one down low. It's one of Trent's strengths.
McGrady, who's been brilliant tonight. Oakley. Vince Carter saves the pass and fires. Vince Carter also has been brilliant. 20 points for Carter. And McGrady with 20. Toronto back to the 7-point lead. Trent. And it's taken down by Davis.
If the Mavericks could get some of those offensive rebounds and get some second chance points, they're trailing on the boards 44-28.
Eric Strickland at the scorer's table. Antonio Davis working in deep. Ceballos the rebound. Nowitzki leaves it with Trent. Oakley guarding him. Trent against Charles Oakley, makes the lefty go.
Went behind his back with a right-handed dribble.
14 points for Trent.
What was that you said earlier about a wild finish?
It has that kind of flavor to it.
How about Antonio Davis? He's got 13 rebounds.
Outside shot for Oakley. Oh. Charles went down hoping to get the foul call. 14 points for Oakley. And as Damon Jones was making the drive, he was fouled out front. A timeout taken. 6:37. For regulation, the Raptors lead it by.
Toronto leads the Mavericks 89-82 here at Reunion Arena. It is New Year's Eve, and we've got a great party going on. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve itself, and next year is the year
2000.
That's right. Your name is what?
Christina.
And the first game of the Mavericks next century, home game, will be next Thursday when they take on the Utah Jazz. It'll be Karl Malone and John Stockton versus your favorite player, who is?
Michael Finley.
Oh, she knows all about the Mavericks, Jim.
She does, but unfortunately, Michael Finley has fouled out of this game. And the Raptors have a 7-point lead.
You got to be careful down in there.
Dirk Nowitzki with a fake, had the shot blocked by Davis. Oakley ahead to McGrady. Touchdown. 22 for Tracy McGrady, a new season high.
You can make a Toronto highlight film out of these dunks they've had here tonight.
Oakley rebounds that miss. The Raptors in front by 9 with about 6 minutes left. McGrady guarded by Ceballos. Davis against Trent. Antonio Davis has 13.
And the lead stretched out to 11 right now. Mavericks need to attack.
That's the biggest lead for the Raptors in the game. Eric Strickland works all the way underneath. Trent with a face-up shot, and he rims it home. Trent with 16.
I do not mean to be redundant, but defensive stops, big defensive plays, and rebounds. It's your only hope to get back in the ballgame. You've got plenty of time, but you have to do those things.
Shot clock at 10, 5:18 left. Vince Carter against Strickland. No, the tip missed by Carter.
See, he's out hustling people inside.
He lost it out of bounds, but it wasn't because of a lack of effort.
Boy, I guess. Man, tremendous enthusiasm and a great effort by Carter.
Tracy McGrady in the second half has scored. He has 22 in the game, and he has 16 in the second half. His career high is 27 after scoring a season high 22 so far.
Strickland and Jones operating at the guard positions, and Charles Oakley, who has always been a good defender, continues to stay on Nowitzki.
Timeout taken by Toronto. 5:11 left. The Raptors are in front by 9. I got an idea. Maybe the Mavericks can suit up those 3 guys.
They would help. Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman is there, and Derek Harper. Those 3 guys could play.
They could save this one over the last 5 minutes, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, point guard Harper, wing shooter Blackman, post-up player Aguirre.
16,490, a good crowd at Reunion tonight. Thoroughly enjoying themselves, but they would enjoy themselves a lot more if the Mavericks would come back and win this one.
I'll tell you what, they have been entertained, but we got to get the good guys ahead on the scoreboard.
Damon Jones lobs the ball for Nowitzki. Off the cut, Trent through his hands. McGrady to Carter. Jones knocks it away and has the steal.
See, that's what Jones gives you. That's exactly why he's in the ballgame.
Cedric Ceballos for 3. That's huge.
Yes, sir. Don't give up the ship.
Ceballos has 23.
Who said that? John Paul Jones or something? Father of the American Navy? How about that? Are you impressed?
Sounds right to me. The shot clock is at 10. Oakley gets it out to Bogues. Long rebound. Carter taps it out to McGrady.
Yeah, that's that jumping ability. Those serious hops. He's able to control that loose ball.
McGrady double team.
That's in the half-court trap right now for the Mavericks.
Carter zips the pass off to Oakley. Oakley misses one. And the ball out of bounds to the Mavericks with 4:02 left.
Half-court trap by Dallas right now, trying to take Toronto out of any flow, any continuity with that offense. That's a good move by Nelson.
A 6-point lead for the Raptors with 4 minutes left. If you're joining us late, Michael Finley fouled out with 9.5 minutes left.
And didn't play much in the third quarter.
Dirk Nowitzki for three. Dirk continues to shoot it from deep. 23 for Nowitzki.
Stay tuned.
Nowitzki 9 for 13 tonight.
And see, Toronto's messing around with that half-court game. You better get to him. You better
Carter
get
behind the back to Davis. Knocked away underneath. The Mavericks with it. Damon Jones. Ceballos against McGrady.
Get good shots. Don't take bad shots.
And Ceballos walked with the ball, so Toronto has it with 3:17 left. Here's Hubert Davis coming back. Cedric Ceballos going out.
Costly turnover right there.
.317 for the game.
Look at that. He's as intense on the bench as he is on the floor. 8-0 run for Dallas.
And a 3-point lead for Toronto. Bugsy Bogues.
I like the defensive strategy that Nelson implemented. Good move. Good coaching move.
McGrady in a crowd. Followed in by Davis. Antonio Davis with 15. So the Mavs down 5 this trip.
It's only 2. It's only 2. Oh my.
Damon Jones left the 3 short.
That's not a real good shot. You got to make an extra pass, get it back, and get the shot.
2.5 minutes left. Oakley finding Bogues. Bogues drives into the middle, sets up Davis for the dunk. That's too easy.
Now you want to make Bogues a shooter, not a passer. Mavericks got to push it now.
17 points for Davis. A timeout taken. 2:20 for regulation. Toronto leads it 97-90.
.220 remain in the game. Toronto 97, Dallas 90. Antonio Davis with 2 big plays down the stretch. There's one of them, an offensive rebound for a dunk. Muggsy Bogues with penetration. The pass to Antonio Davis. Another dunk. He has 14 rebounds to go along with those 17 points and 3 blocks.
Ceballos back in the game. The inbounds to Jones. Damon Jones driving to the hoop and draws the foul. 2 shots coming.
That's a big play right there. Clock stops. Very little time off of the clock. Damon Jones with a chance to convert a couple of free throws.
Charles Oakley, that's his 5th.
To his right, Damon Jones all the way to the glass. He does have good quickness and speed. Players like that make things happen.
He is scoreless in the game. A 71% free throw shooter on the line for the first time.
Out.
Michael Finley, the Mavericks' leading rebounder, and he's only played 26 minutes tonight. Jones misses both. That is a sad commentary right there.
You gotta have the free throws. You need them all the time, but you better get them in situations like this.
Underneath is Carter. The cross-court pass. Ceballos got a hand on it. Here's Bradley underneath. That was fouled before the shot.
And he was.
Antonio Davis with his 3rd.
You see, if you get the 2 free throws, it's 92. And if you get these 2 free throws, it's 94. It's a 3-point ball game. Instead, it remains a 7-point game right now. But if Bradley can get 2 here, it's still, there's a ton of time left. The half-court trap has helped.
Bradley in 15 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds.
And 5 blocks. People hanging around. They're not convinced that they should leave just yet.
It's only a 5-point game. 1:50 left. Bogues guarded by Jones. Oakley. Carter shoots from the baseline. And it's hammered in by McGrady, who came from the other side. 24 points for McGrady as he extends on his season high. Dirk Nowitzki pulls up and drops the three. He can't miss.
He refuses to say, you know, we're going to lose. Nowitzki, he is really developing, folks.
26 points tonight for Nowitzki. 1:23 remaining. 10 on the shot clock. Oakley. Carter around Bradley. Vince Carter with a pretty move. He has 22.
Too many easy baskets. Baskets like that. Too many dunks.
Ceballos missing the three. The ball tipped to Nowitzki. Dirk lays it in and draws the foul.
He can get another three. Damon Jones with a very fine play, folks. A big-time hustle play from Damon Jones. He tipped that ball to Nowitzki. Ceballos with the shot. See Damon Jones tip it right there. He went down. Nowitzki picks it up. Converts. Another look at it. Watch Jones. Tip. Nowitzki. Outstanding play by Jones.
The foul was on Davis. 4 fouls on him. Dirk Nowitzki was 10 out of 16 at LA.
He's 11 out of 15 tonight.
Oh, man.
And 3 out of 3 on threes. He was 5 out of 7.
And he's 3 out of 3 at the free throw line as he is waiting to shoot here, try to complete the 3-point play.
Nowitzki is 8 out of his last 10 threes.
Shooting that way, he's got to have the ball every time down.
Oh, yeah. Now you got to go to him.
Make them defend him.
And if he uses ball fakes well, he can get to the free throw line. He's a good free throw shooter.
29 points for Nowitzki. McGrady as Toronto leads by 3. Underneath is Davis. Blocked. And Bradley clears it away.
Know where Nowitzki is.
Damon Jones comes outside to Hubert Davis. He fires for 3. Rimming, no. Ceballos with a follow. Ceballos again. Loose ball to McGrady with 40 seconds left.
Cedric Ceballos had 2 easy looks inside.
A foul will put McGrady on the free throw line with 37.2 remaining. Bradley with his 3rd.
Butch Carter not very happy with McGrady for not passing the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if he can't take him out.
That's the first in the last 2 minutes.
Hubert Davis doesn't get the 3 to go. Cedric Ceballos inside, misses that one. Oh boy, had a couple of them in there. He's got to make those shots.
So it's a non-shooting foul. Toronto sideline out of bounds.
3 timeouts remain for Toronto. 1 full for Dallas and a 20 for Dallas.
Carter brings it into Bogues. And Bogues is fouled by Ceballos. Muggsy Bogues has only missed 1 free throw this season. He's a 96% free throw shooter.
About as good as it gets. You don't have any choice, though, in that situation. You have to foul whoever has the ball, stop the clock, give yourself a chance.
Bogues hasn't been on the line tonight. He still has only missed 1 this season.
Nelly, I don't think will take a timeout. He's got to save it. He's only got 1 left.
And Bogues puts them up by 5. Damon Jones in a hurry. Nearly lost it. It's loose to Nowitzki. It's in pretty good hands, I'd say. Dirk missed on the 2. The loose ball rebound to Toronto. 20 seconds left. And Muggsy Bogues is fouled again, this time by Nowitzki. So Bogues goes back to the line. He can pretty much ice it with 20 seconds left.
So close, and yet so far. That was the case in LA the other night against the Lakers. That's been the case here tonight. And Michael Finley has had to sit and watch, which had to be extremely painful for that young man.
Bogues makes it 104 to 98.
Michael Finley's reaction on the last foul, you can see he wants to win, whether he's in the game, out of the game, it doesn't matter. And you need a lot of people like that.
105 to 98. Damon Jones launching the three. And on the rebound, a loose ball foul on Bradley as Antonio Davis came down with it. Sean Bradley with his fourth.
With this win tonight, Toronto goes to 12-0 when they score 100 points or more.
And they go to 8-6 on the road. And remember where they have won: at the Lakers, at Utah. I mean, they have knocked out some heavyweights on the road.
Yep, this club has got a chance to be pretty good by playoff time.
We've said it before, but that's when you can tell when a developing team is becoming a good one. You look at their road record and how competitive they are then.
And it's interesting to talk about the fact that they are a developing team and point that out, because they're not there.
Right.
They're in the process of trying to get there, but they're learning to win on the road, and they're learning to win when they're behind. They're down 11 in the third period here tonight.
Davis makes good on both. 107 to 98. 10 seconds. Ceballos gets a three on the way. Cedric Ceballos cuts into the deficit, but it's still a 6-point game. And Nowitzki takes the foul that puts Bogues back on the line. 4.8 left. But from a Maverick standpoint, you take this one and you move on, and what you get out of this game is another outstanding performance by Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, you sure do. And you also get the message just how important Michael Finley is, his presence on the floor is to this club.
Bogues continues to pour those free throws home. 5 in a row for Muggsy. Vince Carter over, shaking hands with Finley and some of the players on the Mavericks bench. The Mavericks have it in play to Jones. Dirk Nowitzki for three. Count it.
Oh boy.
It finishes up a 5-point difference as Dirk Nowitzki knocks out the three and has a new career high 32 points.
32 points. 31 was his career high, I believe, was it not? He had 30 against the Lakers.
So a great shooting night for Dirk Nowitzki. Goes for naught as the Toronto Raptors come in and win and look impressive in the process. That's going to do it from Reunion Arena for 1999. For Bob Ortigo, Chris Arnold, this is Jim Durham saying so long. Happy New Year. We'll see you in the